Good morning. Welcome. I have been wanting to share some of the insights and the intuitive knowing that has been coming through me, or that I have been in contact with in the flow for a little while. My life has been keeping me busy and occupied, and so today, Wednesday, April 9th, 2025, taking a few moments this morning to reconnect with you and share some thoughts for you. So welcome. Take a seat, get comfortable. I'm going to have a little coffee. I have a couple stones with me that I like to hold to help ground me, because my mind, the airy quality of my mind, can wander off, right? I also have some cards with me. So I like to have oracle decks. I like to pick cards, again, to help ground me and anchor me, give me a point to start from, to think about. And I love a good cup of coffee. My mind and my heart have been so full lately, full of transformation, full of the energy of aligning. My word for the year for 2025 is align. Get more in alignment with my true self, my higher self, with the energies of awakening and expansion that I know are around us and coming to the earth on a more frequent basis, whether it's from the sun and the solar flares or other expanded energy that we are coming in contact with. I believe that to be true very much. I feel it within myself. And what I have been kind of formulating as a tenet of belief over the last several years is, the more you choose, the more you intentionally choose what feels right to you, what feels good to you, what you feel in alignment with, what your gut instinct wants to believe, what is nudging you to believe, the more you follow that internal guidance system that is your soul's speaking to you, the more clear you get on your likes and dislikes, the more clear you get on your truth, the more aligned you are with your own soul's destiny, with your own actual path through this life. For decades now, I have described destiny as like a roadmap, right? So I live in America, and so a roadmap of America from Florida to Seattle, Washington, there are thousands of roads that you can take at any given moment that will get you to that same place, right? To your destiny, to where you're going, to eventually just your physical demise, right? Each choice that you make eliminates some roads and makes other roads a possibility, right? So when you use your own GPS, your own internal guidance system, your own internal navigation system, which is always communicating to you, whether you have the volume up, whether you're online with yourself or not, whether you have a connection to your intuitive voice, it is always connecting, it is always communicating with you, right? A goal or a byproduct or the reason to make meditative time in your day, which I'm going to use the word meditation, but it can look like whatever that looks like for you, right? For some people, it looks like sitting still, closing your eyes, and going for silence within, right? For some people, it looks like following a guided meditation that you have on your phone. For some people, it looks like exercise, right? For some people, it looks like doing the dishes. Whatever it is that you need, right? So the secret is always follow your own navigation system. Always follow what is particular to you. As long as you are connecting to your way, your truth, your medicine, your inner guidance system, you are on the right path. You are following the right way, and you will get the answers that you need. Every time that you place your faith and your belief in an external system, an external person, or an external guide, you're veering off track a little bit, right? Not to say that there aren't times when you need an external guide, right? We don't all know everything all the time. Sometimes we need to choose what kind of information we're consuming, what kind of guidance, external guidance we're getting. The more that you choose guidance that aligns with your internal guidance, the more you expand into your true self. I hope that is resonating with you and making sense. Everything is a spectrum, right? So in this conversation, one end of the spectrum is being in complete alignment with your true spiritual source, connection to consciousness self, and on the other end of the spectrum is having no connection to that part of you and just walking through life looking for somebody else's answers, right? Most of us, all of us, are somewhere on that path, right? There are always people ahead of you. There are always people behind you. You are always on the path of becoming whatever it is that you're working on, wherever you are. Recognizing that the internal, the mental chatter that is not in alignment with your internal navigation system, that is what trips you up, right? That is what takes you down the dead end road or gets you lost in the neighborhood that doesn't have an outlet. That is the mental chatter that we all have, that takes various forms of trickery. Earlier today, I was thinking that the language-based talkative mind is really the jester. It's our internal jokester, jester. What is that word? I can't think of. The person that's just nudging you and picking at your buttons all the time, right? That's your monkey mind. That's the mind that is trying to drag you around, that if you just listen to that mind, you're lost. You're a little bit lost, and you're not necessarily making choices that are aligned with your well-being and your expansion, which is what we are all here for, right? Like the innate part of us that is connected to the flow of consciousness, the evolution of consciousness, source energy, that is always connected in love and well-being and expansion. When we are struggling and suffering through whatever issues that we're suffering through, if we're feeling bad about something, those are all indicators that we are not in alignment with who we really are and what we're really here to do, right? We took a wrong turn somewhere. When you can think about, for me, I've noticed that when I can think about it that way, when I can help other people think about it that way, it's easier to detach yourself from the person who is suffering to the observer that is watching you suffer. Whenever you can detach yourself from the person that is experiencing whatever it is that you're experiencing, you are closer to the knowing of what is really happening, of what is really asking for your attention, right? And so self-help, self-reflection, meditative time, spending time quieting your mind, moving your body, all of those are keys and doorways into being able to observe the difference between who you are and your emotional self and the monkey mind or the jester or the joker that is trailing you along on its messy monologue of bullshit. That's what a lot of it is, right? Sometimes we're thinking we're solving problems and we're figuring out things and we're trying to be helpful to others, but most of the time our mind is really just taking us on a roller coaster ride of what could have been, what should have been, what wasn't, what was, how did that happen, blah blah blah. Oh my god, what's going to happen in the future? What if this happens? What if that happens? Like on and on and on it goes. And I really believe the longer I do mental health counseling, the more, and meditative practice for myself, the more I believe that we are uniquely, innately designed to solve this problem, right? This is the problem that we're here to solve, that the human brain is flawed in that there's this computer program running in the background that is full of viruses that is messing you up and tripping you up all the time, right? And when you can stop running that program, you're actually in the beautiful wonderment of your energy being within this physical body, having these energy centers and these evolved physical apparatuses that allow consciousness to be translated into this feeling-based, language-based, emotion-based, gratitude-based way of experiencing life. And I think that's what we're all here for. I think we're all here to just experience life. And when you can separate out all of the chatter and the challenges and the suffering that the faulty program is keeping you stuck in, the matrix, then you're at this place of peace. You're at this place of awe and wonderment of, oh my God, I'm here. I'm here on this earth, on this beautiful earth, with this amazing spectrum of colors, from the sky to the grass, to the dirt and the rocks, to the trees and the flowers, and all of the multitude of beings. I am here for this. I am here to experience this. And I am so grateful to be this complex being of feeling, to have this heart chakra, this sense of knowing and connection to pure, divine, unconditional love. And when I use my intelligence, when I use my caring, when I use my insight to clear out the confusion and the chaos that is present because of the language-based programs that are stuck in the mind. There's so many parts of that. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to stay focused here. When I find the bypass switch, right? For me, that's what meditation is. That's what Kundalini yoga is. That's what Kriya practice and mantra practice is. It's finding the bypass switch to get past the mind that is stuck in this 3D world and is translating all of the BS into redundancy. Right, so when you find for you whatever it is that helps you hit the bypass switch, and you connect to that true, clear, vibrant sense of being and love, it's just magical. And then you just know, this is who I am, and this is what I'm here for. So, my goal is to share the vision, to share the whys, but also to share the hows, right? So I do 100% believe that we all have to come in contact with our own personal how, but sometimes we don't have any idea where to start, right? And we don't know how to sort through for me, not for me, not for me, not what's not for me and what is for me. The more you can claim what's not for you, the closer you get to what is for you, right? So for me, placing a hand on my heart really helps direct my energy back into my heart center. And it wasn't always like that. I mean, you have to go through the process of gently opening your heart and widening your heart, expanding the capacity of your heart, right? If it is locked and closed behind a bunch of defense mechanisms and walls, it's going to take you a while to get there. But the energy that comes from your physical body, right, from your hands, you can rub your hands together. You can shake them, right? So you can shake your hands and then rub them together and then pull them apart. This is a Qigong practice, right? So you rub your hands together and you pull them apart and you feel the energy between your hands. And if you aren't emanating that much energy yet, you can do a gathering practice, right? So put your hands down at your sides and gather the energy up around you. And then gently guide energy into your being, right? And whether or not you believe or understand or know the chakras, right? They're just complex structures within your system that process energy. And if they're closed, then you're not processing very much energy, right? So just do that a couple times. Again, you're trying to connect with and feel and manipulate the subtle energy that is around you, that is actually part of who you are. And you're working to guide that into your physical system. You can't see it, but I'm also placing a hand on my solar plexus chakra, right in the center of your chest, about where your diaphragm is, your center of will and empowerment. And if you're someone who has not started this practice yet, or may be suffering from a lot of physical trauma or emotional trauma, or not feeling safe in this life, You need to direct that energy further down to your pelvic area, down to your sacral chakra and your root chakra. That is where the sense of safety comes from. That is your seat of attachment to this life and to earth, to knowing that you are safe, that you are held, that you are loved and worthy, that everything that you need is here for you and will come to you, will be there for you. You just have to see it. You just have to know, right? Faith. Faith is a human need. Faith that what you need is here for you, that you are safe here in this body, that you came for this, that you came to experience life through this physical body, this instrument, right? The density of molecules and atoms in your body with a central column, nervous system, with a chakra based, with an energy center, sacred geometry based, central column is your anchor, your source being's anchor into this physical life. And the more energy, the more subtle energy of you that is around you, that you gather and call in, the more connected, the more alive, the more powerful, the more of a co-creator in this life that you are. You are a powerful co-creator of your life. That power comes from the non-physical part of you, the subtle energy part of you, the source part of you, when it's connected into your body. Many, 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 many humans, for most of time, have suffered from physical abuse and emotional abuse. And that abuse creates disassociation. It's too painful to be in our bodies. So we stay tethered, just lightly tethered to this life with this non-physical source energy that is who we are, just floating around, kind of moving in the wind, right? Like a sailboat, like flimsy sails in gusty winds. That's not what we're here for. And let me phrase that. We now know, we have evolved enough, thinking has evolved enough that we now know that that's not what we're here for. That may have been what we were here for before, but now we know. Now we know that when we gather our subtle energy and we use these sacred geometry centers that are in our body, right? Crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, root chakra. Those are just the ones that are connected into this physical body. We also have ones going down lower. We have ones connected to the earth. We have ones higher that are connecting to the sky. We have ones from our hands, right? We have energy, sacral geometry, energy centers all over our body. And as we gather our subtle energy and we connect them in, we expand these beautiful, I need more language about sacred geometry, tetrahedron energy centers that are in our body. As we do that, as we hold more energy in these centers, we are more powerfully connected into this life, into this physical reality. And when we have more energetic power, we are magnificent manifestors. We are magnificent co-creators of our lives. Just sit. And breathe. Listen to your breath. Feel your breath. Feel the energy that you have gathered. Notice where it is. Notice where you sense light, vibration, energy, chi, prana, life force. It's all the same thing. And it's all you. It's who you are. Your physical body is the mast that the sails are attached to. Your physical body is a central column of light that anchors your energy into this life, this earth, this third dimension where you can experience contrast, where you can experience sorting and sifting through experience to more clearly define who you are and the paths that you are taking. You are here for this. You are here for this. I am here for this. I am so here for this. Put your hands back together. Rub them together. Put them on your face. Put them on your eyes. Your face is this magnificent collector of information, right? Eyes, ears, nose, mouth. Your face collects all of the information and inputs it into the nerves so that your brain can start processing it. Connect to your breath. Thank yourself for taking this time today to just separate yourself from the aspects of your life that keep you entertained for 24 hours a day. Thank you for taking this time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for connecting. I believe the more that we share this information, the more that we connect with this information, the more people that connect with this information, the more love and light and healing we spread to all of humanity, to all the creatures on the earth and to the earth herself. And I believe that that is what our evolutionary destiny is. Namaste. Sat Nam. Truth. Go. Have a beautiful Wednesday.